recycling? Recycling is defined as the action or process of converting waste into reusable material. That's it. That's how simple it really is. So in that case, why are we not recycling more than we are? Hi, my name is Austin Dupnick, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the importance of recycling regularly. First of all, pollution is a very prominent issue in our world today, which means that recycling needs to be very prominent too. There are many harmful statistics that really put pollution into perspective. According to an article titled 11 Facts About Pollution, written by the people at DoSomething.org, pollution is a huge global killer, affecting over 100 million people. In addition, people who live in highly polluted areas have a 20% higher risk of dying from lung cancer than people who live in lower polluted areas. And lastly, more than 3 million children under the age of 5 die annually due to environmental factors. Now these are all really troubling statistics, and especially so because they're talking about affecting us as humans. I know a lot of us think about pollution and we just think about the environment and how it affects the environment and our atmosphere and so on. But it affects us too, just as much as it affects the environment. I know that these statistics really put that into focus for you guys to understand how troubling pollution can be to us as a civilization. So, with that being said, because pollution is so prevalent, recycling has to be prevalent too. And this brings me to my next point. Recycling is the best way to combat pollution, and we can all do it together. According to an article titled Various Recycling Facts, written by Rinkesh, recycling just one aluminum can power your TV for up to 3 hours. Now that's a lot of time. 3 hours on your TV is a lot of energy. And so that just shows you how influential one aluminum can be. So as you're watching this, just think, how many aluminum cans do I go through in a day or a week or a month? And if you think about all of that and how much it can help, you should start to recycle your cans. In contrast, if you just throw your cans in the trash, they can stay in their current form for up to 500 years, which can be really troubling for the environment, because that's just taking up more room in landfills and trash dumps and so on. And you really should recycle your cans because it can provide a lot of energy, and it's just such an easy thing for you to do by yourself. Moving forward now, there are also things that we can do collectively. According to a section on their website labeled Sustainability, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, says that recycling 1 ton newspaper saves 15 trees. Now, I don't expect you to recycle 1 ton newspaper all by yourself. If you feel so inclined, by all means go for it. But that's a lot of newspaper. But we can do it collectively. If you save some newspaper, and your neighbors save some newspaper, and their neighbors save some newspaper, next thing you know, over time, we're going to have a lot of newspaper. And we can get to that ton and then some to save a lot of trees. In addition, and similarly, 1 ton of cardboard can save up to 9 cubic yards of landfill space. And just like the newspaper, I don't expect you to save that up all by yourself. But if we do it collectively, we can save some landfill space, which can in turn allow for us to build and make beneficial things in that saved space, that new space. And we can build things that can help our planet rather than harm our planet. So now I've talked about I talked about pollution and recycling. I talked about how bad pollution is and how good recycling can be to combat pollution. I want us to visualize our future and look at what it could be like if we don't recycle and then if we do recycle. So first of all, if we don't recycle, then pollution is just going to get worse. It's already in a bad state, but it can get better if we do recycle. And I'll get to that in just a moment. As far as if we don't recycle, pollution is just going to continue to go in the wrong direction. And that's obviously a troubling thing for all of us if we really think about it. Additionally, if we continue to not recycle, or if we don't recycle going forward, then we're going to run out of room for landfills and trash dumps. Eventually, we're going to run out of space because only 25% of the earth is land and 75% is ocean and the water. And we can't put landfills in the water, and we wouldn't want to. That would not work, and it would not be a good thing if we could make it work. So we're going to run out of room for that stuff, so we have to start recycling to conserve space. And that brings me to my next slide. If we do recycle, all that stuff is going to go the other way. It's not a complicated thing. If we recycle more, then less space is going to be taken up by those landfills and trash dumps and so forth. And we can have more space to build beneficial things for our planet, such as, say, solar panels and stuff like that. Things that can help our planet rather than harm our planet. And that's why recycling is so important. Also, recycling conserves energy. And so in turn, less greenhouse gases will be emitted by all those factories and power plants and so forth. And so recycling, as you can see, absolutely is going to help cut down pollution in a huge way. And so that's why we need to do it. So now I've talked about the future, I've talked about if we don't do recycle. I know that all of us can now see which future we would rather have. We want to start recycling more because it carries with it a ton of things that are very beneficial for us, and it can help our planet in many, many ways. So as I begin to finish up, I'm just going to talk about some things that you can do to recycle to help our planet get to that point, as I just described, the good point where there's less pollution and things are better. So it's obvious that I'm going to want to encourage you guys to recycle. I mentioned aluminum cans and how important they are, but there's a lot of other things that you can recycle, like plastic and glass and things of that sort. There's a lot of good things that you can do, especially if you go out in public. There's usually some recycling bins and stuff that you can use. So be proactive, take that initiative, put material in the proper bins when possible, and don't put trash in recycling bins. That's just not a good thing to do at all. Please, if you're going to throw away trash, throw it away in the right area, and also recycle things in the proper bin. Finishing up now entirely, don't be lazy about this. Take care of our planet. You shouldn't want to be lazy about this whole process of disposal. And also don't litter. That goes without saying. Please throw things in the trash or recycle them. That's clearly the way to go. And the last thing I want to say is don't take our planet for granted. We're very candid here. We only have one planet, as we all know, so we really need to treat it in the right way because it's really the only one we've got, and it takes care of us, so we need to make sure we take care of it too. Thank you.